Okay, sorry for the little late start here. Had a scream of nature. Don't quit, don't hurt yourself. We're gonna get right to it in the usual routine this never changes, of course. This is your practice. You do what you can with your breath and your body now. And this brings your mind now. And all of this is a way we release our stress and our worry because we're not thinking about what we could be doing, should be doing, gotta do later, maybe don't have to do, but we're still thinking about it, or what happened before, right? That we can't change now. Alright, so the breath is the guide for this. Inhale, exhale, nice and smooth and calm. Okay. Pranayama is the breathing practices. Those words translate pranayama as breath control or sometimes energy restraint. Prana being the energy of breath, yama being the control or restraint. But no, we don't actually want to hold the breath most of the time. And occasionally we'll practice with that. A way of deepening our concentration, deepening the breath, helping the body absorb a little more oxygen perhaps. But this all requires mental awareness and an engagement in the body and your emotional state. This is a direction, a channeling. That's how I like to use the term yama, right? A channeling of energy. Because prana means vital force. It's just something that has to move. Your breath has to move. Inhale and exhale must flow. You channel the awareness of this and make it calm, leaning back on your fingertips. Now, shoulders nice and broad. Inhale up, little back arch, strong middle. Don't flop your head back. Okay? The breath is physical and mental. Your emotional state is a part of your muscles and your bones and your thoughts. Okay? The breath. The word itself, airy, energy, prana. Exhale up. But yet it is mass and strength, as well as openness, movement. Left hand here, right hand here, left arm up. I forgot I'm not in front of people. Exhale and arch. I teach backwards sometimes when I'm in an actual physical class. And the movement and opening with your breath, with your awareness. And again, always make the point that these muscles are active. They are extending all the way through. This does not stop. This does not change. Ever. Inhale up. Doesn't mean the space necessarily gets any longer. Left hand down, right arm up. Might a little bit. Exhale, extend. But the movement is calm. Yeah, we've reached. There's a point for all of us where we cannot extend any further. Physically, the human muscles, the rib cage, are not going to move that far apart. So once we hit our limit, we're trying to let it calm. And this is that channeled energy. Mentally, physically, as well as the actual inhale, exhale itself. It is focused on moving. Both the inhale, the exhale itself, the actual movement of oxygen into the body, inhale, and the muscles themselves. And this is a movement of thought, too, because the body turns. In this case, we're going to put the back of the left hand here by the right knee, right hand here. And we'll exhale, twisting, warming up. Okay. Look back if you want. The turn isn't stopping. Well, yeah, sure it does. So we're not going to go any further than we physically can. We're not going to force it past that point. But the effort remains. Again, it's a channeling of that. Yama, again, restraint, control. Yamas and niyamas, part of the philosophies of yoga. Things not to do. Yama, ahimsa, non-harming. Right? That's a channeling of our awareness into not hurting ourselves or others. Inhale and twist. Back of the left hand. Here. Exhale. Right? Yeah, it's a restraint, a thing not to do. Right? Don't lie, don't steal. Don't be jealous. Yeah, nothing new. Niyama, the things to do. Again, a channeling of effort, of thought, of energy. They're doing this right for the purpose of the practice, making it our effort full and complete. Inhale on twist. Alright, one more. Folding forward a little bit. Come on, I'm going to turn slightly as we do this. We're just going to let that back release as we exhale. Nice and calm here. And you let it open. Where it will go. And this is a channeling. Again, it is mindful. It is done with forethought, with awareness. I mean, pick the word you wish. Right? We're not straining to necessarily reach a certain point. We are making certain we're going as far as we can, though. We're keeping that effort calm when we get there. Still, the effort remains. We're maintaining our strength and our opening. Maybe it'll deepen. Inhale out. Maybe not. It's okay. Either way. Crossing the ankles if they're not already. We roll forward. Come along the mat. If you are sideways like I was. Okay. Now we're just going to start here. Shoulders above the ribs. One foot back. And then the other. Big length here. Now a slight flex as you require to your knees. We're going to go into downward facing dog. Exhale. Go back. And then inhale back to plank. Now we're going to stay a little bit longer. We're going to do this a few times here. So want to really kind of pick up the pace of the breath a bit, just a bit. Exhale down, down. So we're going to increase some of this work, some of this weight. Maintaining the work. Whoop. Just the inhale, plank. Exhale down, dog. I'm going to do one more. In. A little bit longer each time, just a little bit. Inhale, plank. Exhale down, dog. We're going to inhale down, hands and knees. All right, little back arch here. I'm going to come in and do a half scorpion. Come on down onto your forearms. Wrists above. Wrists lined up with your elbows. Shoulders above the elbows. There we go. Shoulders above the wrists. That's a handstand. Good grief. We're not doing that one. Hips above the knees. And you got to keep your limit. If you need to fold your mat up, do. Curl your toes a little bit. I'm going to just do the left side first. Inhale the first movement. A little hard. Again, I know we did this recently. And as part of our practice, giving the familiar the same effort, focus, and something new might have. Inhale, left knee up. Turn the thigh slightly in, relax your foot, knee stays bent 90 degrees. Right? Yeah. For some people, back arches are the easiest thing in the world. For others, not so much. All ranges in between. This is hard for you. Sometimes focusing on it is the easy part. You've got to. Because it's hard. It's hard not to focus. So exhale down, drop your head. The hard part is keeping that effort going. Because it's difficult. Inhale the upper body forward. Keeping that strength going. As it gets harder. Inhale right here. If this is easy, well, the challenge is to stay focused on something that for you is fairly simple. Giving it that full effort. Even though you're like, what the hell, You're still getting something from it. Yeah. Physically may not be that big. Exhale down. Knees go wide. Big toes in a bit. Exhale back. Nice, long, extended child's pose. Let the hands slide a little bit as you require. Shoulders stay back though. And we'll inhale up. Back to hands and knees. Bring those knees back in. Okay, again, we're going to go briefly to a plank. And then one more downward facing dog as we exhale. And exhale, walk your feet in. Now bend your knees quite a bit here. Nice easy fold. So your big toes are parallel. Now what we're going to do, we're going to get a little length here, a little hip opening with a fold here. So placing your fingertips or your knuckles, I like to use my knuckles just because of the pressure on it. Big toes parallel. Again, you might have a little bit bigger gap between the heels. This is fine. A little bit of work in the inner legs. Leave the right knee bent now. As your exhale unbends the left knee. Now, normally the cueing for this would be extend your leg. And yeah, that's technically what happens because there is a lengthening motion here. But how that happens is the knee joint unbends. And that's what makes it hard. Not only are the back of our knees used to bending all the time, so those shorten the tendons and ligaments. Inhale, left knee back. Couple of breaths. But we're also dealing with the awareness of the movement. Left knee stays bent. Exhale, we let the right leg unbend. Strong middle. All the way through. Calm the breath. Let the space ease. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. It may never be. It's okay. Maybe the back leg is the issue. Maybe it's your hips. Maybe it's your back. Maybe it's your neck's tight. Gotta relax that jaw either way. Inhale. Both knees flexing. Inhale and roll it up. Let those legs extend. I don't know why I said it like that. So the movement, we're aware of that too. How the sense of motion in the body. That's pranayama. Right? Beyond the muscles itself. This awareness in the breath is a muscle thing. Let's bring your feet together. We're going to do a tree pose here. We're going to do the little variation like so. We get a big push up and nice release in the shoulders as well. So we're going to be on the left foot first, just cause. So, I'll lift the right heel for a moment. Tip it up. Turn. Line it up. Okay, at this point, right, you are balanced. before you raise your right foot any, fingers interlaced, and we push up. I want you to feel that line now. And just draw your right foot up. Don't worry about how high it lifts. Keep it straight. Breathe. Let the breath flow. Well, you got that heart rate up a little bit. Now maybe yours didn't move much. You got good cardio. Alright, so your heart rate didn't change much. No goal is not to slow it though. And keep it smooth. Don't hold it. You're going to shift. It's okay. Keep it calm, shifting. Like the breath itself. And the awareness of it. Exhale down. Inhale. Right foot down. Let's do the other side. Here we go. Okay, so just leave your hands here. I did that before just cause it's not a good idea. So again, we tip up and just the tip of the big toe. You're just going to turn on that. That's it. All right, you're already balanced. You bring that back. Hips lining up. All right, again, you're in tree pose now. Got all your weight on one foot now. That's all you got to do. Can we go a little higher with the hands? Go for it. Doink. And the sound effects, as always, are optional. Draw it up. Breathe. And down. And in. Very good, everybody. Nice job. Okay. Now, so we're going to come into a standing sequence, and we're going to end up turning with a little twist involved. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to do Virabhadrasana 2. And, darn it, I just looked it up a little bit ago, trying to get this one in the Sanskrit. So, let me start over. Warrior 2, an extended lateral angle. All right. Then we're going to come out of that, come to the ground, and do a kneeling twist called thread the needle. Follow me along. All right. So, from the head of the mat, we don't leave the left foot in front and swing the right foot back. So we get this wide stance as we always do. Again, give yourself some space. Take a moment. Feel your breath. The awareness of it. The alignment of the body. Like the inhale and the exhale themselves. Like the flex and openness of the muscles. It's all one thing. Looking left, warrior 2. Exhale. Sink down. Now if your knees starting to go over your toes, move your foot up a little bit. You got some more strength than you know. Here's still strong. Middle still strong. Chest nice and open. Jaw nice and calm. Ears, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles line up. And the only thing that's not lined up are the right toes. Not that much. Now, the left side does some of this work, right? We're opening the right side. Yeah. Awareness of pranayama here. So we get this extension. Left hip to left shoulder as we go. This is a movement over the leg. We're not curving down. We're extending. That elbow will come to the knee. Maybe the hand to the floor. Don't bend or don't lean. The right arm over if that works for you. If it bothers your shoulders, just extend it. Now, right shoulder stays back. There's a little twist here. Just a little bit. Right thigh is rolled open. Same way. The right hip pushes forward to keep the hips aligned. So all of this is centered. And in that work and all of that extra effort, it's going to allow the ribs and the outside of the right leg to be nice and long and still strong. Now, if you need your left hand to help you, push on the thigh. Swing your right arm a little bit. Strong middle no matter what. Keep your alignment. Don't unbend your left knee as you inhale. Back to warrior two. I'm going to turn to the left. Now go ahead. Use your hands as you need. You're coming up on your right toes. Then come right on down into your lunge. Exhale all the way back. Down, down. And with an inhale, we come down onto the knees. Now, if this bothers your knees, just like a little extra padding there, fold your mat up. It's okay. Now, very important as we do this to not let the hips go backwards or shift forward. You want to stack the hips above the knees and keep it that way. Get your hair out of your mouth. Put your left hand palm up just behind your right wrist. Now, as you exhale, strong middle, you're going to begin to turn to the right. You're flexing your right elbow. Now, you have to lower your shoulder towards the floor. The more you can turn, the closer you can get this lined up with the midline of your body, the better. Now, this is where we got to be careful for not letting the hips shift too much. Got to work your middle. Keep the hips level. If there's not too much weight on your neck, you can take your right arm up. Bring it behind your back if you prefer, or leave the hand here. A little strength is fine. There's a lot of awareness in the hips here, in the lower abdomen. We have much the same motion in the shoulders that we had earlier in that extended lateral. Let the breath calm this work. Press the feet, tops of the feet down. Press your right hand real firm, elbow up. Okay, get some strength now. Inhale and untwist. One foot back. The other. Exhale. Down dog. Exhale, walking. Bend your knees. Easy fold for a breath or three. And we inhale up. And as you probably guessed, we're going to do the other side now. Oh, excuse me. Now, so again, warrior two, extended lateral angle, into thread the needle twist, all going the other side of the body. So the right foot in front, as the left foot steps back. Again, if you want to just jump your feet wide, that's how you've got your mat set, you're good. It's okay. It's your practice. It's your space. Right toe, left heel back. Middle bar. Arms reach. Warrior two. Keep your breath calm. Then you exhale. Keep your alignment. Focus. Right? Again, this is part of your body. The calm of the breath allows the muscles to keep flexing, keep working, keep being strong while not getting so tight that they wear out, get too tired too quickly, or get so tight that they tear. That's unlikely. You'll do that unless you really force something, at least in warrior two. And the focus. It helps you maintain your alignment. So this work stays calm. And this is all an example. The movement of the body. Again, this is thought. This is breath. We don't really see it. We have to feel it. You can see the body. Exhale, extend. This is one of the reasons I think, right elbow down, extended lateral angle. one of the reasons why a lot of yoga is so focused, at least popularly, on asana, on the pose. Because it's tangible. It's right there, right? You can see it. Keep that left shoulder back, thigh open, got this leg. Keep your left foot working. The outer edge of the left foot, stay strong. The left toe slightly forward. Don't let your right knee twist. And all that's there, right? Again, you have to think about it to maintain it. The breath has to be calm to maintain it. You have to be a part of the rest of the practice. Use your hands, little swing, inhale. Warrior two. All right, turning to the right, up on the left toes, inhale down. Lunge, exhale, down dog. Sit down dogs, I know. Inhale on the hands and knees. Okay, again, thread the needle. This time, going the other direction. Right hand, behind your left wrist. Exhale, turn. Again, you gotta lower down a little bit. Shoulders as close to the center line of the body as you can have it. Again, you get your left hand, take some of that weight. And if you're feeling a little pinching, you might lift up a bit, untwist some, twist a little further. Again, it's up to you. Gotta work your middle. Gotta keep your hips level. Press up, untwist. Downward facing dog. Shift back, work your middle. Get that back nice and long. Here we go. Again, your heels don't ever have to hit the ground. Balance your weight. Be aware of it. Be a part of it. You're going to inhale down, hands and knees. Okay, now we're going to come into a camel pose variation. Now, we're not going to try to go all the way back, put the hands on the feet today. All right, we're just going to focus on alignment, focus on the movement that maintains this. And yeah, and a big back arch as well. All right, because that's part of camel pose. So, kneeling one more time. Fold your mat up. Go for it. Up we go. Now, thighs turn in. Don't let that take your toes out. Don't let them roll the other way either. See, pelvis has to work. You're going to be aware of this alignment. The breath itself, it's going to get harder. We're going to be lengthening, trying to lengthen muscles that are also taking our weight, that help our breath move. So you got to think about how you're moving. Got to be part of it. Hands pushing the small of the back slightly forward. And we're not going to shove it way out there. We're just trying to keep those hips lined up. And our inhale arches are open. And inevitably, my nose runs. Oy, oy, oy. Just around. Right hand towards the ceiling. Big swing your exhale. Okay, cross your ankles and sit back. Let's take those legs wide. All right, you can turn like I'm about to on the mat or not. That's entirely up to you. Lie down, toes back. Okay, now we're going to start with a real simple movement here, just very slight forward fold. This is more about establishing the work of the legs, the toes back, thighs in, nice and long, and a big upright position. If I'm actually thinking about that, take your hands like this, straight out. So remember how we did that tree pose earlier? I want you to feel that length. Feel that action of your upper body. The strength that has to come to the front, but not so tight that you cannot breathe, right? The work of the front of the legs is there too. Holding our legs actively long. Oh, that feels good. Now, take your arms down. Don't let anything else change. Point the fingers at the big toes and pivot. Don't let your head tip back. Don't let your spine go behind you. It's one of the reasons why we just did that thing with the hands. There's a real tendency, a lot of people have, myself included, to let that back move behind us, behind the hips, because it feels like we've moved forward, even though we actually haven't. Inhale out. Right? I know. Let's try to find that again. Right hand, left hand. Exhale. Big twist here. And that's all we're going to do. We're just going to twist. We're just going to turn very strongly. Look down at our foot. That's it. All right? We're not going to go over the leg. We're not going to lean. We're not going to pivot. We're just going to twist. And inhale back. Now we're going to do the other side. Right hand, hand, exhale. And we breathe. And we inhale back. Okay, now let's bring the legs in. Turn your thighs slightly. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to come into the balancing bear. Now this is a bit of a core work movement, but it's not quite as strong as a true Navasana. We don't necessarily go quite so far back. We still got to work a little bit, but we're mainly focused on getting a nice big opening of the inner thighs. So now, it is your choice. First two fingers of each hand holding the big toe, or if that's uncomfortable, you can put your hands to the outside of the feet. Now, either way, lots of push here. The ball of each foot goes very active. Now we're going to sit tall, lean slightly back, just a little bit. Very strong. Again, this is the legs extending wide. Now, don't let yourself roll over backwards. Tuck your chin. Make sure you're not too close to a table or a chair with hard edges, please. Right? Now, the back of the legs have got to open as you do this. So eventually you might flex your elbows. Again, this is to keep the pressure of the legs extending. This is the strength of this. Wide and then back. Breath nice and calm. Middle's working. Feel that length. Inhale. We're going to bend the knees. Let the heels come down. The weight rock forward a bit. Blink. All right. And We go back to that wide-legged forward fold. Again, as far apart as you can get. Now, up we sit again. And don't let yourself do that. Right? Length. Again, the direction is forward, not down. This movement up as the hips rotate with your exhale goes over the floor. Will you put your head on the floor? I don't know. Some days I do, some days I don't. Later in the day, I probably could. It's early still for me. A lot of practice with this one as well. Need to do more of it. There's so many of them. You literally spend all day on a personal practice trying to get all of the asanas I'm working on into the practice. That would be great. I could do it. I lived in a monastery or an ashram. I got housework. I got kids to take care of. You do what you can now. Right? And no need. Bring your legs together. And lie back. And lie down. Yoga is not about necessarily ignoring responsibilities. It is about choosing those responsibilities, though. Right? It's about mindful choices. Physically, mentally, emotionally, individually, and as part of the group of your family, both immediate and extended, society as a whole. Knees and ankles together. Exhale, pull your knees in. Hands to your shins, hands to the backs of the thighs. It does not matter. Breathe. Excuse me again. Good. So, now, we just did a little core work. We're going to put a little stronger core work in here. I'm going to do a 3-stage leg lift. Now I'm going to take the legs towards the ceiling, lower them down, stopping it twice, and then going back up. We're going to try to not put the heels on the floor. Now if you got to, you got to. It's okay. Palms come down. Legs are together. Exhale, extend them. Here's stage 1. 90-degree angle. Relax your jaw. Let your breath flow. Exhale. Lower your legs to 60. And the middle's got to be real strong. The legs got to remain active. Get some strength holding your legs together. Exhale, bring your legs to 30 degrees. Breathe. Again, gonna shake, gonna move. Keep the breath flowing so it's stronger. Keep the legs extending so it's stronger. Exhale, bring your legs back to 60 degrees. Use your hands to help you. It's okay. Exhale, bring the legs all the way back to vertical. Okay. Use your hands now if you wish. You may not need to. We're going to bend the knees though. Little flex the toes. We're going to keep those legs real tight together. The arms extend out. Your hips shift left. Just a little bit. Again, now we got a big twist here. You'll focus your awareness. So exhale and roll right. Okay? It's not how close to the floor, the outside of the right leg gets. Don't let the legs come apart. That's one focus. The other is bringing the left hip over the top of the right and keeping that left shoulder down. Breathe. So your work, again, And it is not about this. How close to the floor any of it gets. How big the actual turn is. You got this movement of the body. Again, it's moving. It's still moving. You may not actually move any further. I mean, once you've turned so far that your leg's on the floor, there's no going any further. You're done. But that doesn't mean we stop doing this work. We want to maintain this space, this openness, this strength, this awareness. And again, we're also working on our focus. And this is easy. Done it a lot now. Right? Maybe, maybe not. Right? Doesn't mean you get to slack off. Lose your focus. Stop thinking about what you're a part of. Inhale onto it. Once your back's flat, hips are level, toes down, and straighten everything out. Knees and ankles together. Exhale, pull those knees in. Big flex. Yeah. Breathe. Yeah, we're going to do the other side. And then we are going to do another round of the 3-stage leg lift. Why? Why not? Seems like a good idea. I don't know. Okay. So, here we go. Palms down, middle strong, breath calm. Exhale. That's really the main reason we're doing this. Again, this gets your breath to speed up. This is hard. This is physical effort. And even if you're real strong, you're real familiar with this, your heart rate's still going to speed up. Maybe a little, maybe a lot. Keep it calm. Keep your awareness up. Exhale, lower your legs to 6 degrees. How the legs have to stay extended or it just gets really tight, really tired right here. How if you don't keep your middle working, your back curves up and it gets weak. The jaw does not get tight. Exhale. Lower the legs to 30 degrees, no matter how difficult it gets. The breath flows. Exhale, come back to 60 degrees. And I'm not measuring the distance here. I can't tell. I'm a little rough guess. You gotta remember your high school geometry. I was terrible at that, quite honestly. Exhale, the legs come all the way to vertical. Which is funny because I talk about geometry. It's part of our work here all the time. Hands up. And bend your knees. Legs are tight. Toes are flexed. Arms are out. Here we go. Twisting the other way. Shift your hips right. And we exhale. Follow the movement. The hip coming over. The right hip coming over the top of the left. Breath calm. Mind focus. Inhale, untwist. Feet come down. Straighten yourself out. Alright, now once again, we're going to exhale, just pull the knees in. Now this time, we're just going to let those legs relax. Give it a big squeeze. Let it get calm. And just let your arms do the work here. Inhale, let the feet come down. Alright, now we're going to release the hips. Another back arch. Bridge pose. All right, again, we do this one a lot. Again, so it's familiar. I'm going to take the heels wider than the hips a little bit, knees above the ankles, feet coming in, work in the middle. Again, calm breath. You've got some strength lifting here that you're trying to extend. This is basically a reclined camel pose. Palms pressing down. You might even consider thinking of camel pose as a kneeling bridge. So the movements are very similar. Inhale out. Some of that strength's different though. Right? You're not taking quite as much weight on your thighs here. The lower legs, the feet work. Now, your hands work down, not pushing your hips forward. So it is both similar and different. And I'm like, wow, that's deep in, right? Jiya, what the heck? Well, again, that's your awareness. Recognizing what's similar and what's different. Whether your butt lifts up a few inches, a lot, it's bridge pose. And everybody's doing the same thing. Exhale. Hips towards the heels. Long lengthening motion. All right, now we're going to finish with a reclined wide-legged forward fold. So one more time, we're opening the back of the legs and the inner line of the legs. Right, so leave the knees and ankles apart, just pull them in. Now, you got to see for yourself here. If you can hold the outer edges of the feet. Now, I like to do the outer edges of the feet with the reclined version as opposed to the toes. If you prefer the toes, go for it. Again, we're still pushing through the ball of the foot. Now, if you're all rolled up, you cannot get your shoulders down, you cannot keep your lower back down, put your hands to the backs of the thighs instead. Again, the extension is through the ball of the foot, behind the big toe as we exhale. Again, the legs go wide, and yeah, they're going to extend. They have to. Breathe. Now, so if you are holding the back of the thighs, you are going to press down a little bit. This will help build that space for you, so eventually you can hold your feet. If you've got a hold of your feet, your toes, you're not pulling at all. You're just letting the legs do the work. And maybe the elbows will flex as that space grows. No rush. No hurry. And as we inhale next, little strength, keep your hands working as your knees bend. Eventually you'll have to release the thighs of the feet. You let them come to the floor. Put the backs of the hands on the floor now, the palms facing up. Doesn't matter how close to your sides they are. Let your thighs roll open and extend your legs long. Now, if that is uncomfortable for you, you do not have to do it. You can leave your knees bent. The space between the heels, either way, is up to you. Close your eyes. All right. Let your breath move. Be aware of it. Be conscious with it. Be a part of it. Because why? Right? This is Shavasana. We're lying on the floor. What's so hard about it? Okay? Because, again, it's very easy to stop being mindful while you're doing it. To stop it being conscious. Anyway, doze off. I've done it. Maybe lying on a hard floor. Falling asleep. And yeah, the muscles relax. And we do need to sleep. It's good for the brain. But that calm remains with us longer if we're conscious about it. Same thing with the awareness of the breath, right? And the focus of the mind. If we let our mind wander, right? I know we're almost done. Time to start planning what we're going to do next. Alright. Dia de los Muertos is a festival here in my town. Down at the Mercado. Right? Grocery shopping to do. Maybe taking down Halloween decorations. Right? I know. Right? We all know this stuff's there. But we're not doing it now. If you focus on what's going to happen next, what you got to do next, even if it's something you're looking forward to, it's still kind of stressed because it's not there yet. I got to get to it. Even, like I said, even if it's something you really want to do, you're allowed to be present and to calm. You're allowed, but you need to be mindful of this. Be present with yourself without needing anything else. Being in the calm of it remains with you longer. As we practice asana, even the more weight-bearing strength-bearing movement, flexibility increasing, the arching, the twisting, that will grow with time. It's just, that's just physical practice. You don't necessarily have to focus that much to get it to happen sooner or later. But if you bring that awareness deeply into what you're doing, the strength and the openness will last longer. Will stay with you. Same with the calm focus of both mind and emotion. It'll also happen a little faster. It's not a random thing. It's chosen. And for that, it's stronger. Flex your fingers a little bit now. Flex your toes. Wrists move and your ankles roll. Smoothing the lower legs, calves, the shins, the forearm muscles. And I'm going to let those elbows bend back and forth. The knees flex a bit. Reactivating our arms and our legs. Inhale to reach the arms long, opening the shoulders, beginning to open the chest as well. The extension of spine, upper and lower. We extend the legs out again. Maybe a little curve in the lower back. Maybe the heels drifting off the floor. Right arm by the ear. Left knee bends. We exhale and roll over. And press up. Nice comfortable seated position. Cross-legged or otherwise. Hands together, thumbs touch the chest. Smile real big. We're amazing today. Thank you all. Namaste. Good job, everybody. Thank you. Okay, let me scooch it up here. I appreciate you all joining in today. I hope you had a good practice. And so, if you've got any questions about anything we talked about today, do not hesitate. One, leave me a comment on the video itself here on the event page. I'll be happy to answer. Or if you prefer to send me a private message, you're welcome to as well. And always looking to teach. All right. So, back at it next week. Regular yoga time of 9:30 a.m. Again, Chicago area time. Again, these videos stay up for a while on the event pages. I also then move them at the end of each month to my YouTube channel. There's a link on the event site if you wish to check that out. You're welcome to go and practice anytime you wish. All I ask is that, again, when you feel like you've got a decent, whatever you think is a decent amount, to make a donation, please. Oh, that was terrible. Forgot how to talk for a minute. Yeah, but there's a PayPal link, a Venmo link, and a Cash App link. And whatever you think is fair, I appreciate it. Okay, so have a wonderful weekend, everybody. I hope to see you again soon, if not online, then in person. Take care of yourselves and enjoy. Bye-bye.